Hi everybody, Dr. Smith here again. With this video, I'm going to go over another Tai Chi warm-up exercise. I call this Tai Chi Trunk Rotations. Okay, I'm going to start real slow and real basic, and I recommend kind of progressing through this move in the way that I show you, because there's really a lot that you can get out of this exercise in the beginning. Okay, what this one is going to work on is the twisting motion of our bodies and our spine. And it might not seem like it, but even when we're walking forward, our spine is actually twisting back and forth like this to keep us heading forward. So it's something that we do every day. It's really important for our gait, and it's very important for that spine and the hips to be coordinated and stable in a proper way so that we don't have areas that get too tight and bound up, cause muscle spasm or imbalance. Okay? So that being said, when we get into our good standing posture, we want to make sure that our knees are slightly bent, okay, and our arms are just relaxed and down by our side. I want to make sure that I'm breathing abdominally. Feel free to review the abdominal breathing video, okay? And then I'm going to turn to one direction very slowly. Inhale the opposite direction. Exhale the other direction, okay? We're going very slow, we're breathing abdominally, and we're focused on what we're doing, because if we have an improper movement, we want to create a new pattern of movement through our nervous system, and this is how we do that. Okay? So as I'm slowly turning from side to side, you notice I'm not going very far, and I'm going very slow. I'm paying attention to how my body feels with all of this movement. Okay? So I'm bringing my awareness not only into my spine, all right, looking for any areas that are catching or any areas of pain, or one area that's tighter on one side than the other. But I also want to feel the muscles around my hips, like the glute muscles, the quads, the IT band, and I want to pay attention to the hamstrings as I work my way down. I want to feel how my knees feel with this amount of motion, all the way down to my ankles, and then all the way down to my feet, you know, and feel all the bones kind of moving as I shift weight on the floor. Okay. Now, throughout this exercise, if I find an area that's imbalanced, tighter on one side than the other, restricted or painful, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus into that area. Okay? So as I turn this way, I feel a little bit of a difference in my right knee compared to my left knee. The left knee feels nice and smooth and open. As I get over here onto the right knee, it gets a little tight right there. I'm going to back up a little bit from that area and then slowly push right into that tight area. I'm going to back up and slowly push in again. Okay? And inhaling abdominally and exhaling. So as I focus into that movement, I'm focusing on feeling that knee release, feeling it move better like the other side. I'm breathing abdominally so that I'm in a relaxed state as I'm doing that, and creating a new pattern of movement in my knee as I turn that should match the opposite side. So then I go back and check after I feel that release in my right knee. Feels very good. Go back and check it. Feels about the same as the other knee. My hips are feeling good. Feel a little bit of tension in my back, but it feels like I'm not quite hitting that area yet. So I start to go a little bit faster now, the whole time keeping my arms nice and relaxed. Now the faster I go, the more I'm going to be focusing further and further up my spine in the rotary components of the lumbar and thoracic joints. And as I go a little bit faster, I start to hit that tight spot in my back, right about here as I turn to the left. Same thing, I'm not going to go any further. I'm just going to breathe abdominally, just like you see little kids doing on the playground, and just relax until I feel that joint loosen up. Seems to be equal now as I'm turning side to side. Okay. I go a little faster. Pay attention to how my shoulders feel here too. Okay, we're getting some different types of rotation in the shoulders. Nice and relaxed. That feels good. Now I'm going to go even faster. I'm going to start to pivot a little bit. As I pivot, I really kind of spin, and I focus that force up higher into my thoracic spine, up in my upper back. Okay. And it feels good. Okay. And again, you can also work on your balance with this exercise. You can work on some dynamic strengthening and stability for the hips and the lower extremities by spinning all the way around in Tai Chi stance, and then going back all the way around, pivoting on the heels this time. Those of you interested in the martial arts will find this a very good practice for your balance and also for reacting to anybody coming over your back shoulder. Okay, so that's another thing you can do with that. Now, if you're having any neck issues or neck tightness or soreness, without going real fast, what you can do is look the opposite way that your shoulders are going. And here you're really rotating that neck. And I just got a nice little release at the base of my cervical spine and a little pop. It felt good. And now I feel my neck muscles and joints moving really well. Same thing with the neck. You can work into these areas really slowly and loosen up any tight areas. All right, I hope that was helpful. This is a great exercise to do first thing in the morning. Warm up all the joints in the body in a rotation aspect. It's a great way to find restrictions before they become painful and loosen them up and get them balanced. And it's a great thing to do anytime you feel like it. All right, enjoy.